Down in Florida, Ron DeSantis is promoting support for an anti-LGBTQ bill that bans discussion of LGBTQ topics or issues in schools while forcing teachers, if they detect that a student might be gay, the teachers have to notify the parents. Now just think about that for a minute. Let's have our teachers be the gender police or the thought police and report kids to parents. Now, I get it. You know, if a kid was in a classroom and was talking about, bringing a gun to school or was talking about blowing things up or something like that, you would want that teacher to call the parents right away. If a kid was in school and was talking about using fentanyl or taking some other illegal drug, you would want that teacher to notify the parent right away. And they do. These are things that teachers routinely flag. But if you've got a student who, at school is hanging out with a couple of kids that are openly gay or is behaving in a way that might cause a person to suspect that that student is gay, I think having the teacher go into a moral panic freakout and contact parents, this could be really destructive. I mean, this is the kind of thing that leads to suicides. This is one of the very, very toughest times for students who are growing up not being straight or cisgendered students who are struggling with issues of gender identity. The worst thing you can do is have a power structure, which would be the school and the teacher, lay that on their parents. I mean, this is just like this bill. They call it the "Don't Say Gay" bill. It's actually Florida House Bill 1557. It's titled "Parental Rights in Education." It also allows parents to sue the school if they feel that their rights have been violated. I mean, this is crazy stuff. Joe Harding is the Florida House Republican who has written and introduced this bill. He used to run a lawn care service. The guy has no background in education whatsoever. So the lawn care guy is preparing to out LGBTQ students or kids struggling with gender issues to their parents and of course to the entire power system of the school. I mean, if a teacher is going to the parent, that has to be a matter of public record. Meanwhile, students are fighting back. And this, I guess, is the good news for the day. Lauren Sue on the Daily Kos staff writing about this over at dailykos.com. Christina and Renee Ellis both attend a predominantly white high school in Pennsylvania, and they are over it. They are sick and tired of the book banning. Christina told NBC, quote, "If a little girl or black girl goes into her school library and can't find a single book that represents," keep in mind, this is a white kid saying this, "and can't find a single book that represents her and people are telling her that she doesn't really matter, she will treat herself as such." That's from Christina. Renee says, quote, "We don't want history to repeat itself with hiding history, hiding the experiences of people of color in this country." This is what she said to NBC. She said, "We also wanted to make sure that the younger kids underneath got a full education, especially with the murder of George Floyd and the murder of Breonna Taylor and so many other social justice issues in America." These sisters attend the Central York High School, and they have started a social justice group called Panther Anti-Racist Union, specifically to challenge the book ban. They got together with a group of parents who stood outside the school and read from these banned books on Instagram. And they wrote letters to the editor at the York Dispatch, which is their local hometown newspaper. Edna Gupta, an organizer of one of the student protests, again, a local student, said, quote, "Recently, the Central York School Board decided to ban a diversity resource list that would be accessible to teachers in classrooms. The one common factor, all of these books either include main characters of color or are written by people of color. This ban is not only an infringement on the education of all students growing up in this district, from kindergartners to seniors, but also shows blatant disrespect for the students of color in this district, denying their experiences and ancestry a part in curriculum. The students have had no voice in their own education, and I am an example." They had 200 people show up for the student protest, and the local paper, the York Daily Record, published this letter to the editor and an interview with one of these sisters and this group, and guess what happened? The school board voted, they met, and voted unanimously to rescind the book ban. Students are standing up, their parents are joining them, and school boards are backing down. 35 states have now filed 137 bills to ban books. And this, here's another kid. He started a virtual student group called Round Rock Black Students Book Club. He says a bunch of kids trying to get through to teaching all the books because they want to read it before they went away.